So what was your name?
My name's Ken Carruthers.
Okay, and what's your story, Ken?
Well, basically I was beaten up 6 weeks before Oscar Grant got killed at the Coliseum BART station. I was beaten up by 5 officers and I was taken to the hospital for my injuries. They claimed they didn't exist even though there was pictures. I was taken to county jail and booked in and kept in there for 3 days. When they released me and they dropped all charges, I went to court. We went to federal court trying to fight the case, and an all-white jury found them not guilty again. Despite the pictures, despite the fact that we had all the evidence against them, they found them not guilty again. Now, what they say is that they forgot to get the evidence. At Coliseum BART station, there are cameras all over the place, especially in the area where I was beaten up at, which is right in front of the fair gates. And yet they say that they did not get the evidence because they forgot. What kind of system is this that lets the police get away with forgetting to do their job?
So there's no video evidence.
There was no video evidence because they did not get the video evidence.
Or they destroyed it.
They destroyed it in the same process.
Right.
You know,
there's cameras everywhere.
Cameras everywhere. Somebody had to get it. Then they say that they had to make a phone call in order to secure the videotape. What are we as taxpayers doing, paying for cameras and security at a BART station when the security is not there? Now my car and several other people's cars have been broken into every single night over there at the Coliseum BART station. Now if all the cars are getting broken into, yet you got cameras and police there and nobody's able to stop it, what the hell good is it? The police ain't doing their job and the video cameras ain't doing their job, so what good is it?
Do you have anything that you're going to be doing after this to go after the police who
Well, we're still fighting. As you see, I'm out here marching. I am going to continue to march and I'm going to continue to voice my anger and the things that are going on in this community and a lot of other communities with the police spraying people in the face with mace. They're killing people for no reason. We got people out here that ain't doing nothing to nobody and the police find it within themselves to go out and shoot them. For what? They have other techniques. They could use rubber bullets. If they feel that that's necessary, they could use rubber bullets. They could use gas. They could use mace. They could use tasers. But they are going to lethal weapons. They're killing people. And if you really notice, a majority of the people they are killing are young black Americans.
Right.
And this has got to stop. It's got to stop. These people that are referred to as peace officers, they have contradicted their titles and should be relieved of their badges.
Exactly.
They should not be police officers.
Yep.
They are not protecting nobody but themselves. They're not even protecting the people that own the stores around here. The only people they feel that they're protecting is themselves from not doing their job. They don't want to do their job. So what do? You eliminate. We're going to eliminate the black people.
Well, right now what we got to do is turn this energy into something positive, get more people out here into the streets.
Exactly.
We can make this change. It's up to us and only us. We can't rely on the government.
We cannot rely on the government. We cannot rely on NAACP because as you can see, they're not out here. We cannot rely on any of our politicians or those that you see on TV claiming to be politicians.
President Obama has yet to say a word.
President Obama ain't said nothing about it. I mean, don't misunderstand me. I think Obama's a very good president, but he does need, I'm quite sure that by now he's got some news that this is going on out here of what the police is doing. Now, if nobody is going to hold, the police accountable for what they're doing, then sooner or later, what it's going to come down to is it's going to come down to a war. What we marching peacefully and talking peacefully are trying to do, we're trying to prevent that war. We are trying to prevent violence. But at the same time, if violence is what it takes, then I'm quite sure that we have some people out there that's willing to do that as well. But we are trying to prevent that.
Main focus, peaceful revolution through change of thought process.
Exactly.
That's what we are all about. Change the way you think, and everybody around you can start, enjoying a better life.
Yeah, I mean, but right now, people got to understand is that you got people out here in this community that's been in Oakland for years, okay? They don't feel safe in the city they live in. They don't feel safe not only from the people that are out there committing the crimes, but they don't feel safe from the police that are supposed to be preventing the crime. Now, we are out here because we once believed in the laws of the city and of the state. But now we're faced with fighting the people that are telling us to abide by these laws, but they don't want to abide by the laws. So here we are, we got to fight them so that they will abide by the laws that they're telling us to abide by. That doesn't make any sense, and it ain't right. It is not right. Now, if I go and I kill somebody, I get locked up for life, irregardless to the circumstances of why I killed that person. But just because this man had on a badge and he killed somebody by shooting them in the back while the man was laying prone on the ground face down, you say that he was right and you give this man 2 years, of which he only served 16 months? That's not right.
And what do you think about the taser argument that Mehserle?
That was totally BS. That man knows the taser from a gun. I'm not even a police officer. I've never been trained in that area, and yet I know a taser from a gun. I'm quite sure 9 out of 10 of these people up here know a taser from a gun, and there was total BS, and we're right back to marching for our rights as black people. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and many, many others marched and fought for us to have the rights that we have today. Yet they are violating those rights each and every day. Each and every day, the police are violating those rights. Martin Luther King fought and fought and fought and lost his life for those rights. Medgar Evers fought and lost his life for these rights. And now, today, we're right back to square one, fighting for the rights that we're supposed to already have. That is injustice. That is total injustice, and we ain't taking it no more. So if we got to stand out here and we got to fight every single day until something gets right or until somebody comes and answers the questions that we have, this is what we'll do, and this is what we'll continue to do. And I know that everybody out here is tired of it. I'm tired of it. We're mad, we're angry, and yet we are out here trying to voice that we want somebody to step in and say, hey, this has got to change. But no, they're hiding behind their desks, they're hiding behind their pins, they're hiding behind their badges, and all they sit back and do is say it'll be okay. Well, no, it won't be okay.
Well, they make money off putting people like you and me in jail,
Yes, they definitely make money. Well, why don't they just go ahead and put a fence around California and just lock it down? Because that's what it's coming to. They might as well just put a fence around California and just say, hey, this is California State Prison. Because that's what it's coming to. You want to legalize drugs, but you don't want to stop somebody from killing somebody. That doesn't make any sense. The laws of our state don't make any sense at all, and somebody needs to do something for a change. Because if there is no change, then these types of things will continue to happen. And next thing you know, like I said, there will be a war. And that's what we're out here today, trying to be peaceful, trying to say, hey, we need some help out here because these police are getting out of line. Now, everybody sees the news. I'm quite sure they pay attention to the news. It wasn't just Oscar Grant. It wasn't just me getting beat up. There's been several people in several different states, several different cities, all across the country, getting beat up, getting shot for things that just don't make no sense.
Traffic stops. Marijuana possession.
Yes, marijuana possession.
You look at a cop the wrong way, you have a camera.
And the next thing you know, that person ends up dead. But then you have a situation where somebody jumps out of their car and he shoots the police. All of a sudden, he's the worst person in the world. Well, how come it's not the same thing when the police shoot a citizen? He should be the worst person in the world because he was trained not to do that.
And he should be held to a higher...
He should be held to a very high standard because he's been trained. And since he's been trained, These are things that he should rely on whenever he does a traffic stop, whenever he enters into any type of situation that he feels is going to be a dangerous situation. He should think before he acts. But yet, no, these police officers, all they do is protect the blue line. The blue line being the police themselves. That's the only thing they protect. And we're just not we're not taking it no more. We're not taking it no more.